15 laps of feature competition for the Sportsman gang. Going from the pole, Dave Vidusky in 114 outside. 27, Chris Clausing. 42, Wendell Wolf. 26, Jim Straseski. 36 is driven by Terry Patnode. 4, Danny Tefelsky. 13, Dan Moosbach. 31, Dan Espen. Inside the next row, car number 73, Ronnie Lingford. 155, Lee Voss. 2, Pat Heaney. 22. That's Scott Boasheff. 5, Frank Denkenberger. 1, Al Teachin. 12, Bob Rasmussen. 10, Bob Gutneck. 112, Dan Scholl. And number 8, Lee Voss. Dave Vidusky getting the jump on Chris Clausing. Vidusky, your early race leader. Chris Clausing moves around the outside of 114 Vidusky, but now it's door handle to door handle down in 3 for the top spot. Still side by side for the top spot with Jimmy Straseski in 26 running along in 3rd. Three wide heading down the back chute with Pat Heaney going up the middle between Sones, and Sones wound up, spun as he and Pat Heaney and Terry Patnode were all involved in a wild melee entering corner number 3. Several other cars, Lee Voss, a white automobile, I believe it's Gutneck's number 10. Laps scored complete when the yellow flag incident occurred over in corner 3, so a long way to go in tonight's 15-lap Sportsman main. Vidusky continues at the point. He's your leader, but Clausing with a brilliant inside move and then a little roughness. Also helping along takes command. Clausing, your new race leader. Danny Tefelsky, like a shot out of a cannon, advances to 3rd in car number 4. Ronnie Lingford goes 4th in car 73, and Denkenberger in car 5 to 5th. The cream is starting to rise as the faster automobiles in the field work heavy traffic, but Chris Clausing has a lot of real estate on the rest of the field as Jim Straseski continues to run 2nd. Clausing running out and hiding from the rest of the field as Tefelsky has a devil of a time with Straseski now finally pulling alongside, battling for 2nd. Straseski hangs onto the position as Tefelsky's car develops a tremendous push. Chris Clausing, who I believe has never won a feature event here at the Hales Corners Speedway, looking better and better by the lap as Tefelsky really gets together with Straseski and in the process annexes the number 2 position. Al Teachin now works his way into the top 5 with car number 1. Now Straseski battles back to Tefelsky sideways on the back chute. The field misses him in its entirety. Beautiful driving by the entire field as a spinning Danny Tafelski was avoided by all the competitors. Well, as we mentioned, several of the Sportsman drivers taking brides during the off-season. Danny Tafelski was one of them, Pat Heaney, Dan Scholl, and the newlywed Tafelski having a rough first night here at the Hales Corners Speedway, I suppose, after honeymoon and setting up the household with his lovely bride. I don't know. It looks like Tafelski's car didn't receive just an awful lot of damage in that incident. Hopefully he'll be able to refire it and rejoin the chase. Well, Bobby Gutnick's right back in the hunt. Gutnick, the ever-persistent hard charger, off the back in the service, and Danny competes extremely well here at Hales with it. Frank Denkenberger, car number 5, works his way to second. Teachin in car number 1, third, as 3 wide action over in corner 4 is the order of the day. Pat Heaney aggressively driving his way to the front is now Frank Denkenberger works under Chris Clausing as they connect going into 3. Denkenberger keeps the automobile straight, as does Clausing, and here comes Teachin with 2 laps remaining. Frank Denkenberger now in the driver's seat is 27. Clausing continues to run second. Bob Rasmussen works inside of Straseski. Once again, 3 wide action in the Sportsman cars. Frank Denkenberger a half lap from victory on opening night. Clausing runs in the number 2 spot with car 27. Then it's Teachin. Denkenberger off corner 4. The win goes to Frank Denkenberger. Chris Clausing will finish second. Al Teachin third. Pat Heaney fourth. And number 112, Dan Scholl, rounds out the top 5 as Dave Vidusky, one of the early race leaders, loops his automobile at the start-finish line and winds up several feet from the checkered flag. So the win in tonight's 15-lap yesteryear Pub and Grill Sportsman Maine goes to Wind Lake's Frank Denkenberger, the driver of car number 5. Let's have a nice big round of applause for Frank. Golden Agers night here at the Hales Corners Speedway as Whitey Harris in his early 50s and Frank Denkenberger in his late 40s come up feature victors in their respective divisions here this evening. Okay, a single bonus heat here tonight in the Sportsman cars, and we'll set it as Kevin Rybuck roars down in the corner 1. Mike Marshall, 64 Walthall, 47 Terry Phelps, Mike Weir in 47, 83 Jeff Popple. A spin up in corner 4. Walthall to the infield area. That was Mike Arnold with the anxious moments in car 64 as Mike continues on with Kevin Rybuck, your race leader. Mike Marshall runs in the number 2 spot. 47, Mike Weir runs in the 3rd spot. Jeff Popple 4th. As Rybuck, your race leader, and Marshall get into it. Kenny Delman's number 38 slows on the main straightaway. And Delman's stall on the main shooting is Battery Doctors, number 38, produces the first yellow of this 6-lap Sportsman heat race event. Wow, Kevin Rybuck is off to the races at the drop of the green. 3 laps scored complete. We're at the halfway point. And now Popple's car is spewing a lot of smoke or liquid as Rybuck is off to the races. A big advantage for Kevin Rybuck in car 93. A spin down in corner 1. It took place when Mike Weir and 74 Terry Phelps got together. So what we have now is a green-white checker situation for race leader Kevin Rybuck in car 93, south of the Speedway at Highway 100 and Loomis Road. Laps remain for race leader Kevin Rybuck as he tries to hold off the hard-charging Mike Marshall in car number 33. Steve Langhoff runs a strong third in car number 51 as the white flag appears for Kevin Rybuck. Langhoff now feeling the heat from Mike Weir in car 47 as Rybuck stretches it out over Marshall. Kevin Rybuck, the driver of car number 93, picks up the victory. Mike Marshall finishes second, Steve Langhoff third, Mike Weir fourth, and 76 Rick Cedar rounds out the top 5. Big round of applause for second-year driver Kevin Rybuck in his forever warm insulation and roofing and siding entry number 93. Jimmy Stitch was probably the big winner in that 6-lap heat race event as he picked up $50 from Bill Hartigan at Crest Cadillac for his 6th place finish. Jimmy Stitch picks up the Sportsman portion of tonight's Businessman Support Group money. Is driven by Scott Schumann. Emmett O'Connell in car number 58 rides outside the first row. Inside the second row, 45. It's driven by Denny Tessman. Mark Hintz rides outside of row number 2. Then it's 101, Jimmy Evans. And car number 75, Donnie Kabanak. Third row inside, Scott Kemmerling in 91, outside. In car number 44, that's Bobby Walthall. Fifth row inside, car number 20, Danny Meck, outside. Car 99, Dave Hall. Next row inside, car 14, J. Paul Weber, outside. In car number 97, Eddie LeMay Jr. 67, Tommy Blowett. Aboard car number 34, Greg Garnett. Bobby Rose drives car number 53, and outside of him, it's car number 7, Donnie Scheffler. And a correction, 41, Todd Four. 7, Don Scheffler. 80, Bruce Albanese. 78, Jim Stitch. 76, Rich Cedar. 74, Terry Phelps. And in car number 71, rounding out the field, it's Jimmy Hedler. That should set the field. Danny Tessman gets together with 96 Schumann as they momentarily lock and both drivers lose several positions in the field. Well, the stalled automobile of Danny Tessman up to corner number 4, the 45 machine, tapped slightly by Albany's number 80. Albany's having a flat left rear tire, possibly heads up. Crew work will put that car back in tonight's semi-feature for the Sportsman division. 58, Eamon O'Connell, your race leader, takes the field down into corner number 1 with Donnie Kabanak and Mark Hintz in hot pursuit. .58 O'Connell, they try to make it 3 wide, but Kabanak thinks the better of it. 58 O'Connell continues to set the pace, but now Mark Hintz puts the pressure on him as David Hull works his way to 3rd in car 99. Eamon O'Connell still your race leader, as now he drifts high and allows Mark Hintz to move under him and take command of the event. Eamon O'Connell, formerly your race leader, has a problem with the right front tire, the right front suspension. Finally gets the car removed to the infield area, but not before the yellow flag is displayed. Scott Schumann aboard car number 96, scored 3rd. Approaching the halfway point, 5 laps scored complete. .81 Hintz picks up the pace as Schumann's in hot pursuit. Schumann now moves outside of Hintz as they dice side by side for that top spot. Hull running 3rd. Kabanak 4th, and Don Scheffler working up to the number 5 position in car 7. .41, Todd Ford's machine backfiring badly, and he parks it in the infield area as Hintz remains your race leader. Hintz out in front of Scott Schumann, David Hull, Donnie Scheffler, and Don Kabanak. Scheffler now inside of David Hull, is in side by side for that number 3 spot. Mark Hintz stretches it out over Scott Schumann, who's got his hands full with Don Scheffler in car 7. Donnie Scheffler now advances to 2nd in car 7 and sets sail for race leader Mark Hintz in car 81. It'll go down to the wire. 2 laps remain. Scheffler now under Hintz as they exit corner 2. Hintz stays out in front of Scheffler. The white flag this time around as Schumann fades in 3rd. Good battle for 5th between Eddie LeMay Jr. as Donnie Scheffler is taking over the top spot. Scheffler, your new race leader on the last lap of competition. Danny Scheffler nails down tonight's semi-feature for the Sportsman machines. 81 Mark Ince finishes second. Scott Schumann third. David Hull fourth, and unofficially Eddie LeMay Jr. fifth in Carnet. A wheel departing car number 53. Bobby Rose's machine coming to rest down in corner number 1. But Don Scheffler becomes a double winner here this evening, winning his heat race earlier and coming back to nail down tonight's Sportsman semi-feature in his Tom's Auto Special Concrete Raising Corporation number 7.